Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has officially happened. Alain Vigneault has been fired. Look, this is going to be a bit of a longer video. I'm going to go into a bit of more discussion. So, the losing streak started in Dallas, if I'm correct. We lost that game. It was a rough game. And honestly, this season, we didn't look too bad at the start. We kind of looked on and off with scoring. We kind of struggled to score goals. We had some injuries come into play. Nate Thompson got injured. Derek Brassard got injured. Ryan Ellis got injured. We have injuries on this team. And I'm not blaming it entirely on Vigneault or Fletcher, for that matter. But I feel like with, Fletcher had the opportunity to put a team together. And, I mean, yeah, the guys that he kind of put together got injured. But we look like the exact same team. And I feel like, to be honest with you, as much as it hurts for me to say it, I truly feel like the Flyers should not only move on from Vigneault and maybe even Chuck Fletcher, but I think they should move on from Giroux, Van Riemsdyk, Kevin Hayes, the guys who have really been on this court. Because we moved on from Jake Voracek. You got to think Giroux's next. And that's really the unfortunate thing, because Giroux, my favorite player, of all time, but it just really doesn't fit the script here in Philadelphia anymore. I really don't think it. So I feel like this Vigneault firing is the right thing. We get heavily outscored every single game, and we just can't score either. So we've scored 13 goals in the past 8 games, which, yeah, sounds like a lot, but we're getting blown out 7-1. And I think the other teams have scored 53 goals combined against us in that span. So it's pretty lofty how bad we are. And I feel like we are a good team. I feel like we genuinely are a good team. But I feel like injuries have just hit us. And I feel like, people are looking at Carter Hart. People are looking to the defense, Provorov. And I've had my discussions before about how I feel about Provorov and all those players. But to be honest with you, I feel like firing the coach, it doesn't do anything. And somebody commented this on my my video talking about the Travis Green firing. I know Jim Benning's been fired as well. With Travis Green being gone, he said hired to be fired. And I feel like he made a really good point there. When you really think about it, in the end, every coach, every GM, every associate, everything, they're hired just to be fired sooner rather than later. Or sooner or late. Sooner or later. Not sooner rather than later. Yeah. Anyway, you know what I mean. So, it's been miserable. And I stopped watching after the Devils game. I had enough. I was like, no, I'm not watching any more Flyers hockey. I'm not wasting my time watching this. There's 31 other teams that I could enjoy watching. Even my Coyotes at this point. They're more enjoyable than watching this team struggle. Not Tampa, this team. But it just feels like we get the same results every year, and it feels like it just never ends. And it genuinely just, pisses me off, truthfully, as a Philadelphia Flyers fan, as someone who lives in the Philadelphia area, as someone who goes to a school where the majority of them are Flyers fans. It's rough. It is just rough in this hell of a world for Flyers fans. And I feel like, honestly, now we could see bigger changes during the offseason. Instead of actually getting a player, I've thought about it. I've genuinely thought about maybe going towards the rebuild. I've truly thought about it. But then I thought about Joel Farabee, Carter Hart, Travis Konecny. We have guys that are good. We still have guys that can score, can make saves, can do all this stuff that we need. But I feel like the old players, and I feel like this is a very recurring thing in Philadelphia sports, we keep the old players after they do some success earlier in their careers, and then we kind of just keep them there, and we kind of just, they just stay there. And I feel like, that isn't right. For them especially, because we're kind of holding them in Philadelphia, and that isn't right for us either, because they expect these old players like Claude Giroux, James Van Riemsdyk, to really just get over the hump and start, actually play like they did earlier in their career. And age is a thing, okay? Don't look at Alex Ovechkin. Age is a thing, all right? You'll age consistently, and I mean, you'll fall off, and that's what happens. And eventually you just got to let go of a player, and I feel like, honestly, this offseason, if they choose to fire Chuck Fletcher, I feel like that would be the smartest thing they could do. But honestly, I don't even know what to say anymore, because we've been through so much, and there's so much. It just keeps happening. It's a recurring thing every single time. It just never ends. So honestly, I don't even know what to say. So Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Vigneault's been fired. We'll see what happens. Mikey Yeo is the coach now, apparently. Fearon's been fired as well. I don't know anymore. So thank y'all for watching. Fries Pros later. I really do appreciate it. And just another year of being a Philadelphia Flyers fan. So thank y'all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.